All right, well, we're here with JBT. I'm here with Mr. Joe Gasbarro. For those who are not familiar, like me, I didn't realize how big you guys were. We've seen you in other space in the AMR and AGV division, but you're here in production. Tell me a little bit about who you guys are and what you do.
Well, JBT is a publicly traded company. They're based out of Chicago, and they have they have three different divisions, I believe. They aerospace, and then protein, and then what was liquid foods, and now I forget the name of it. We just reorganized that division. Yeah, they were formed out of a company called FMC, and they spun JBT off of this company several years ago, and then through organic innovation and acquisitions, they've grown into I believe what amounts to about a $2 billion company. And one of the strongest parts of their division is the protein side, and that's what we're here for, is this show, the IPPE, the Processing and Production Show. It's the largest of its kind in the world for food processors, specifically dedicated to meat production.
Yeah, excellent. Well, so what are you guys debuting here? We got this. This is the.
So I was one of the owners of Prime Equipment Group. We were acquired by JBT about 2.5 years ago, and we are focused on the poultry side for chicken and turkey slaughterhouses. And one of our products that we build our company on and that we're known for is de-skinning. So if you're cutting up and deboning poultry, a lot of it has to have the skin removed. And we were an industry leader in the de-skinning, and this is our latest version of our de-skinning machine. And it's just a much more simplified, advanced but more simplified version that more or less eliminates almost all the M&R, the maintenance and repair costs on it. So we're pretty excited to bring this out and roll this out. It's been about 5 years in the making. So.
Oh, that's great. Well, congratulations.
Yeah,
that's
thanks.
Fantastic. So, all right, give me the fifth grader version of how this works.
You load your poultry parts, breasts, thighs, whole legs, whatever, on this belt here. And as the belt rolls along, there's a plate that's back here that rests and pushes the product down. The skin gets pinched between the belt and this little plate right here, and the skin falls out here. And the product, this conveyor will be lowered, and the product just transfers onto here, and it goes out for packaging or whatever the next steps of the process are.
Excellent. Very, very cool innovation. I have such deep appreciation for all this because I don't have an engineering bone in me whatsoever. Yeah. I just like I said, I like to talk to the people who know how to do that.
Yeah. So our Prime's location, I guess, in the process is at the very beginning. So we're at the slaughterhouses. Now, JBT has a broad product line that takes products into the next phases of production and processing to get the products down to a fast food requirement or a retail requirement. But it's amazing the amount of technology that this company has underneath its umbrella. So, and we're working to become more or less a vertical supplier, a one-stop shop to meat and poultry processors around the world. So
that's awesome. All right, let me ask you another, maybe not an off-topic question, but I'm going to throw this at you, curveball. I'm curious, from your perspective, what are the top challenges your customers are facing right now?
Labor. I mean, but our customers have an especially difficult time bringing in and keeping labor because, let's face it, it's poultry and meat plants. They're cold, they're wet. We're dealing with killing animals, and it's not necessarily the most glamorous place to be for a day-to-day hourly line worker. So they're looking for as much automation as possible. And a lot of these plants are staffed 50% less than what they need, and they're not able to run certain products. They're not able to run the volumes that they'd like, and every day is a struggle. So anything that we can do to remove labor out of their plants is what they're looking for. That and food safety and environmental, maintaining as green of a profile as they can.
Oh, that makes sense. In your view, what do you feel like is the future of the industry look like? Obviously, I'm thinking we're going to go more automation, but relative to labor, do you think that's going to come back? Do you think? I'm just asking you to pull out a crystal ball here.
Yeah, well, I've been in the business 30 years, and we have seen automation come and then go depending on the availability of labor. But this feels different, I think, to everybody, and I think that everybody feels that the labor, while it may get eased a little bit, the amount of labor that our customers were able to get, fairly regularly, that the ability to get that labor is probably not going to come back unless there's serious changes to like immigration policy and I guess that's the main thing that would impact it. And I just think that automation is probably here to stay at this time, quite honestly.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Joe, thank you so much for spending
It's a
some
pleasure.
time with us. I've enjoyed it, and best of luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you.